Without courage, we cannot practice any other virtue with consistency. We can't be kind, true, merciful, generous, or honest. Maya Angelou. Good morning. Welcome to day 11 of our 12-day mental well-being challenge powered by 6 seconds. Have you ever considered the fact that you are a billion-dollar asset? You are complex and intricate and unique. The psalmist says, fearfully and wonderfully made. A combination of spiritual, physical, emotional, and mental spheres. Social as well. All of which are crucial to your overall well-being. And yet, how often do you take time to ensure that you are servicing each of these parts of yourself? Each of these dimensions contributes to your success at work, and ignoring any, failing to tune in, pay attention, and make corrections if necessary is a recipe for disaster. We'll service our cars like clockwork, but we shy away from taking the time to go for an annual physical, and we are definitely not going to consider seeking help if we're feeling overwhelmed, anxious, and overly stressed. And let's not talk about the D word, because that's a sign of weakness, right? Wrong. A billion-dollar asset will erode in value very quickly if it's not looked after. And a key part of looking after any asset is taking it for a regular service. To keep a car going, you need to fill it with fuel, check the oil and water regularly, and give the tires some air. Likewise, you must take time to reflect on whether you are giving yourself what you need to flourish and live well. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Thank you for joining me on this journey as we take time to service this billion-dollar asset with a focus on our mental health. Today our challenge is to step outside of our comfort zones. We as humans make a lot of decisions based on our desire for comfort. We regularly make decisions that are temporarily comfortable but prolong discomfort. For an extreme but common example, go to the cereal aisle in your local supermarket. We hear a toddler screaming about how she needs the sugary cereal, while her dad tries desperately to shush the ear-splitting, embarrassing scene. Dad's ears hurt. Shoppers are staring nastily at them. The kid is dissolving into a snotty mess of a prolonged tantrum. What does dad do? He hands over the sugary cereal. Peace and smiles ensue immediately until their next trip down the cereal aisle. Does this situation sound familiar to you? Do you have a story in your life that is patterned with choosing the immediately comfortable road that inevitably leads to ruin? Take a moment to think about this. It is important to get really clear on the pattern. Writing it down may be helpful to solidify the idea. Most patterns follow a simple format. For example, when I feel disrespected, I shut down. So what is your pattern? What is the pattern you default to that gives you temporary comfort? Now that we've thought about the patterns and gained some clarity, let's think about your goals. What would you want your pattern to look like rather than how it currently looks? For example, when I feel disrespected, I challenge my assumptions and seek clarification. Take a moment and think about it. What would you rather your default response be? What would you rather your pattern be, I should say? Get clear on your sentence. You should be able to look at the sentence you write, this new pattern, and feel, yes, that's exactly what I'd like. When you look at the new sentence you've created, remember mine? When I feel disrespected, I challenge my assumptions and seek clarification. How do you feel when you think about this new pattern? Do you have butterflies in your stomach, feeling a combination of excitement and possible terror in equal measure? I mean, you'd love to be this person, right? The one who takes a different approach. But what if it doesn't work? What if you're opening yourself up for criticism or rejection? What if? It's clearly safer in the short term not to make myself vulnerable. But it is safer in the long term to be the courageous person that I want to be. If you always stay in your comfort zone to avoid situations where you might fail or be uncomfortable, then there is no way you're going to grow as an individual. Discomfort causes us to stop whatever we're doing. When you experience physical pain, you stop exercising. When you feel emotional pain, you withdraw from the experience. Because we have this intuitive response, discomfort is often a bad sign for self-growth and mental well-being, because we need to be able to push past the discomfort and remind ourselves of the long-term gain. Armed with the knowledge that this new, braver you lies behind your second pattern sentence, write down and then do a specific situation in which you can practice your new pattern. Start big, start small, it doesn't matter. Just get started. What matters is that you start to dip your toes into the waters of your own courage. As for me, I'm going to have that tough conversation that I have been putting off for days. When I feel disrespected, I am going to challenge my assumptions and seek clarification. Is it really disrespect, or is it just a perceived disrespect in my mind? While it's important to push outside your comfort zone, if you are feeling extremely uncomfortable or afraid, it might be best to back off for a little while. For some people, anxiety can be debilitating. Remember, the goal with each of these daily challenges is to stretch ourselves and build capacity to maintain mental well-being. If you are feeling overwhelmed and failing to cope, it's not weakness to ask for help. Reach out and get the support you need from a professional. Join me later today for the 17th edition of the EQ Lunch and Learn series. Our topic this month is the right mentality. Together with my awesome panelists, Alison Wainaina, Daniel Macau, and Melissa Kiyoko, we'll be exploring further how we can build our capacity to maintain balance, and we'll answer your mental well-being questions. You don't want to miss it. See you online at 12:30 East Africa time. You can get more information at our website www.pts.co.ke/right mentality. I look forward to seeing you online and engaging with you there. Have a fabulous, fabulous day ahead.